how are you? I am Jason, Wet Mouthwash. You might know me as that. You might have seen me on TikTok. If you're here, you've definitely seen me on a different social media platform. Otherwise, you wouldn't have found your way here. Or maybe you did, which is cool. But anyway, I recorded an entire video going through all my vinyls because I have like 85 of them, just to end up like watching the video and being like, that's horrible. The take of it, terrible, naturally. But you know what? We're back and we're doing it again. And you'll never see the first take. But that's who I am. I will just expose myself a million times. But essentially what I want to do here is talk to you guys, introduce you to the YouTube channel, get into longer form content here, because if you watch my videos on like TikTok or anywhere else, you know that I do longer form content, but just not this way. So I feel like this will be really fun. All I'm doing today is going through my vinyls and talking while we do it. I went through an era where I felt like I needed to buy every single vinyl that came my way. And in that era, I went very broke. And what I mean by that is like I did have credit card debt in a lot of it. And I'm not telling people to get credit card debt, especially not over vinyls. Listen, I have a problem where if I develop a niche interest, I just become so enthralled. I don't know if that's the right word, but I become so enthralled and just really investing myself into that entire niche interest in a way that becomes so humiliating that I need to be desperately humbled. And the way it happened this time with the vinyls was that my credit card companies called me and they said that if I didn't make a minimum payment on my card, they're gonna take me to collections. Which would have been horrible. Because like what? Okay, hear me out. Imagine me explaining to somebody, who would I be answering to other than the collection officer, that the reason I went into dramatic debt is because I decided to buy a bunch of vinyls and moved to Miami for a couple months and just spend all my money that I had ever earned. And at the time it was fun. So now I only use them for emergency circumstances. Like when Taylor Swift decides that she's going to drop 4 more versions of her album so that we can block another artist. That's when I buy it, and that's when I use my credit cards. As to which leads me to more debt. Anyway, I went through all the vinyls though, and I'm essentially trying to get like pop vinyls with pop, and then not pop with not pop, and stuff like that. I have Wallows, Olivia Rodrigo, Halsey. I put Brockhampton in this box because I just feel like, even if it's not necessarily pop, they are pop in my brain. They're popular to me. Therefore, they're popular. Anyway, I need to talk about something important. Incredibly important. I have 2 TikTok accounts, as you know. One is Wet Mouthwash, which, before you ask me any questions, Wet Mouthwash literally is a name that I pulled out of my hole. And I was like, this is perfect. I'm gonna use Wet Mouthwash as my alias, is that the term, for myself on the internet forever. And whenever anybody asks me a question about it, they're like, what does it mean? I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I just thought it was funny. I did, and the thing about me is like when I get stuck in a bit, the bit is staying with me for as long as the bit shall live. And Wet Mouthwash has lived for quite a while. Not the point. I have 2 TikTok accounts, like one being Wet Mouthwash and then one being my name, like Jay Shumard. And the Jay Shumard one is now my main one because I got banned on TikTok Live forever because I said that Charlie Puth was a dog. A very, very deprived sexual being. I said he was really horny, because he is. He will come on the internet and be like super, and then I just said it as a joke on TikTok Live, and then I got banned forever. So I made a second TikTok account. But it's funny because I made the second TikTok account as a spam account, and then the spam account gets like more views now because it's just, I don't know, maybe I don't think as much on the spam account or what, but it's so crazy to me because my main account the J Shamar, which used to be Wet Mouthwash, only gets views if I do a thirst trap. So, how are you going to ban me for saying that Charlie Puth was extra? And then when I go on the internet and do that on the main account, I'm commended for it. Which is I just Googled it. I don't think commended is the right word. But I'm celebrated when I post semi-thirst traps on my main TikTok account, which is absolutely bullshit. Because, like, here's my thing. I would love to be, like, a get ready with me kind of person, but you can't just get ready with me. Because, one, like, I'm not going to record it. What am I doing? I bartend and I make these videos. My get ready with me is, like, I have had the same routine for about 3 months now. I wake up in the morning, I have 3 eggs, and then I have 3 eggs and 5 pieces of sausage, okay? Same breakfast every day for 3 months. And I love it. It makes me feel so comfortable in a way that if I were to film the Get Ready With Me video, well, and I have 2 cups of coffee, but if I were to film the Get Ready With Me video in the morning, it'd be the same goddamn clip every day for 3 months straight. And do you know why that all happened to me? Remember when we were talking about the credit card debt? When I went into credit card debt, I was like, I'm going to find the cheapest breakfast and I'm going to eat it every single day, because in my pea size of a brain, I was like, that's how we're going to get out of debt. When in reality, I just wasn't working. And, like, I'm allowed to say that now. It's funny if we laugh at it now. Like, I was in maybe a depressive episode, but, like, it could have been a depressive episode, but it also could have been like, okay, no, maybe we're just lazy. And, like, we're over that. That's a past era in my life. But that being said, it was relatively funny. So that's why I can't be a Get Ready With Me creator. Also, I do have ADHD, if we have not picked up on that yet. And no, it's not diagnosed. But I did get a degree in psychology, so I do feel as though I can maybe possibly sometimes diagnose myself in a way that, like, could be correct. I'm going to come correct when I say that maybe I have ADHD. Maybe when I drink coffee, my brain gets overstimulated or becomes understimulated, however that works. Do you know how, like, when a person that doesn't need Adderall takes Adderall, it actually just slows their brain down? Is that how it works? Because a person with ADHD actually has a slower brain, I believe. I'm not a science person, so when they take the ADHD, it makes them go to a regular speed. I forget how it works. Actually, don't quote any of this. But essentially what I'm trying to say is that I believe I have ADHD. Because when I have coffee, my brain gets fumbled. And then I can't stay on topic. Which is why a task like vinyls becomes so ridiculously hard, because I will start unpacking the vinyls and then, like, I'll get them all in front of me because I want to get them sorted, and then, like, something will happen while doing it that I'm like, I need to change the plot of all of this. For example, I move in October to California, and obviously I want to, like, be as minimal as possible, right? I don't want to move out there with all this stuff because it's just, like, a lot of things to bring in a car. I want to just be minimal. And, like, I don't want to... I'm going through the vinyls now and I'm like, should I get rid of some? No, that's not the point of this. The point of this is to buy a storage unit. On the credit card. And that way I can just never get rid of anything and I can become a hoarder. And that way when I'm 90 and my husband leaves me because I'm going to outlive him, someone can come find me in the middle of my little storage unit and be like, oh my god, he's really let himself go. And all it will be is just me and my credit card debt slips and all my vinyls around me. The 19 versions of the Tortured Poet Department that I bought willingly, because there's demand, as Twitter would say. I haven't completed anything. I haven't reached a singular topic that makes any sense, and I'm having so much fun. So much fun. So I hope you are too, and I hope that we can continue this little date that we're doing, little whatever you want to call it. I actually was editing the other... I was editing the other video, and then I was like, I'm gonna re-record this, like Taylor did, and I'm going to just make the better version. The video that I make next time is going to be the better version of me organizing my vinyls. It wasn't. It isn't. I'm recording it now, and I could tell this might actually be worse. I want to take this video, video 1, and video 2, and put them side by side in a comparison, and I need someone punching me in the stomach while I'm watching them, telling me that the second one's not better than the first one. And that's okay. I think the fun part of all this is that you're going to get to witness me completing long form content like it is a task for a school. That way I can become wealthy, dirty, rich, because you as a consumer love it enough to keep watching it. And if anyone ever asks you why you love it enough to keep watching it, you will say, I love it enough because I've watched his growth and it was so fun. Because when I'm rich, it means you're rich. Duh. Because I'll find you in public and maybe you're down bad that day and you need a coffee. I'm like, well, listen, hear me out. I'm loaded. I'm fucking loaded. And I am going to buy you a coffee because I'm rich. And what is mine is yours in that moment. So, I have accomplished nothing. I have covered no important topics. This is exactly what I assumed it was going to be, and I hope that you enjoy it. If I can leave you with one word of advice, 2 words of, not even advice, confirmation, is that 1, if you put this on in a background of a room as white noise, nobody's going to pay attention, but it's going to fill the space. And that's what YouTube is for. And 2, the next one will probably be better. And actually 3, when I move, there will be better lighting. Anyway, please like and subscribe this video. I swear to God, I need all of your money right now.